Howdy! Michael, the Mercedes guy here, and today we're going to be putting on some fancy chrome wheel arch moldings. And by the way, if you want to know more about this Roadster, there's a link at the bottom of the video where you can learn how I made it and painted it and so on. So, first off, to install these, you want to take off the tire and put a jack stand under, and you want to prep. This is the easiest tool to use. You can use another C-clamp instead of this, but mind you, you'll wish you had one of these. If you don't, add one to your collection. It's called a welding vice grip. And as you notice, I've padded one side, and we'll also need a little C-clamp, and I've padded it as well. So, you'll need a drill to prep for the very tiny screws. These guys are teeny. Now, how do you determine what size drill to use? I've magnified a screw here, and what you want is to put a drill up to the screw in front of the screw, and you should be able to see the screw threads on the other side. If at first you really can't get the screw in the hole, go to the next size bigger bit. So, these things never quite fit, and you'll be wrestling with trying to get the thing on far enough so that the rubber is actually up against the body and not a gap like that. So, you want to start by putting the trim down to the rocker molding. And then use your C-clamp and you don't want to put too much pressure on it because you don't want to put a dent in your chrome. Then now if you have a helper, maybe you can use a center punch, but I found I really don't even need a center punch. Once it's up there, the hole in the trim will hold the bit in place. So you drill a hole in here, then you put a screw in, there we go. And then you proceed around the same way. Remember to be very careful about how much pressure you put on, because the distance will vary as you go around, so it's a little too tight. Okay, and drill a hole and keep going around. Now, in case the lip here isn't close enough to the fender, use your C-clamp to bring it up closer. Because these screws that are furnished with the kit are pretty small. So again, drill a hole and continue. All right, so we've installed the molding and tires back on. And does that look great or what?